Once upon a time in a small village, there lived a farmer named Tom. Tom had a lush green farm that produced the most delicious fruits and vegetables. He was known far and wide for the quality of his produce. One year, there was a severe drought in the region. Rain was scarce, and the crops were withering away. The other farmers in the village were struggling to make ends meet, but Tom's farm remained green and thriving. The secret to Tom's success was a deep well he had on his property. While others relied on the village well for their water, Tom used his own well to irrigate his fields. As the drought continued, Tom's farm became the only source of fresh produce in the village. Word of Tom's thriving farm spread, and people from neighboring villages came to buy his fruits and vegetables. Tom saw an opportunity to make a hefty profit and decided to raise the prices of his produce. As the days went by, Tom's prices became exorbitant, and the villagers could barely afford to buy his fruits and vegetables. They pleaded with him to lower the prices, but Tom was blinded by greed. He refused to listen to their pleas and continued to exploit the situation. One day, an old man from a neighboring village approached Tom's farm. He was frail and hungry, having traveled a long way to buy some food. When he saw the prices Tom was charging, he had tears in his eyes but couldn't afford to buy anything. Moved by the old man's plight, a young boy from the village named Peter approached Tom. He asked Tom to reconsider his prices and reminded him of the values of kindness and compassion. Tom, however, laughed off Peter's request and sent him away. That night, Tom couldn't sleep. He realized the error of his ways and how he had let greed blind him to the suffering of others. The next morning, he lowered his prices to a reasonable level and distributed free produce to those who couldn't afford it. Word spread of Tom's change of heart, and the villagers forgave him for his greed. They all worked together to help one another through the drought, sharing what they had. Tom learned that true wealth is not measured in money but in the love and respect of one's community. From that day on, Tom became known not only for his bountiful farm but also for his generosity and kindness. The moral of the story is that greed can blind us to the needs of others, but it's never too late to change and become a better person by showing compassion and generosity. I hope you enjoyed the story once more. If you have any further requests or questions, please feel free to ask.